Today we're going to read part 2 of young Cam Jansen and the Zoo Note Mystery. Remember, we're talking about mysteries. And what is a mystery? Yes, it's a genre of fiction where a detective solves a crime or series of crime. All good mysteries share some important elements. As we read the mystery books throughout this unit, we will use vocabulary words when talking and thinking about mysteries. Here is our mystery genre vocabulary. Mystery genre is a genre or type of fiction where detective, amateur, or professional solves a crime or series of crime. A mystery is something that is secret or unknown. A detective is a person who investigates mysteries and gathers information. Clue, a fact or object that helps solve mysteries. Evidence, something that helps prove who committed the crime. Suspect, a person who is believed to have possibly committed the crime. Victim, someone who is harmed or suffers some loss because of the crime. Witness, someone who saw the crime being committed and can provide some information. Today we're going to continue reading Cam Jansen, The Zoo Note Mystery. Let's review yesterday what our skill is. So we are comparing and contrasting mental state. What is it? Compare means to tell what is the same between two or more things. Contrast means to tell what is different between things. How do we do it? Pay attention to what the character's actions, dialogues, and feelings are. Ask, what might the character be thinking? Compare how two characters' mental state is the same. Contrast how the two characters' mental state is different. Why do we do it? Good readers compare and contrast mental state to better understand the story. Here is the cover of young Cam Jansen and the Zoo Note Mystery. Now we know the mystery or the problem the characters need to solve, we can start to look for clues. All great mysteries have clues. As good readers, we need to look for clues the author is giving us so we can help solve the crime. Sometimes a reader can solve the mystery before the characters do, so you must pay close attention to what's happening. Today, we're going to read chapters 2 and 3. As we read, we will continue to get to know our characters by noticing their mental state and some character traits. Remember, mental state is what the characters are thinking inside their head. Character traits are what the characters like. Good readers compare and contrast mental state and traits to better understand the story. Okay, chapter 2, it is called I'm Really Sorry. I had it on the bus, Eric said. I really did. My father signed it. He said I could go on the trip. Cam told Mrs. D, I saw it. I'm really sorry, Mrs. D said to Eric. So remember, when we read chapter 1, we noticed that Cam and Eric had similar mental states. They were both thinking, yes, we get to go on the field trip together because Eric remembered his permission slip. As a good reader, I know the character's mental state can change as the events happen in the story. In order to figure out a character's mental state, what they're thinking, I need to pay attention to the character's actions, dialogue, and feelings. In the text, I see Cam and Eric are looking at Mrs. D. They look upset. I remember when we finished chapter 1, we learned that Eric couldn't find his permission slip. Eric is telling Mrs. D he had it on the bus. Mrs. D is saying, I'm really sorry. I'm thinking she's saying this because she's not going to let Eric go on the field trip without the note. Now, I need to ask, what might the characters be thinking? I think both Cam and Eric are now thinking, oh no, we're not going to be able to go on the field trip together. Cam gets to go and Eric does not. I wish we could find their permission slip. I think Cam and Eric have similar mental states here because they know they both really wanted the same thing, which is to go on this trip together. Without the signed note, you can't go on the trip. Eric checked his pockets again. He didn't find the note. Check the hall, Mrs. D said. Maybe the note fell out on your way to class. Cam and Eric checked the hall. They found some papers, but they didn't find Eric's note. Cam and Eric went to the office. While they waited to ask if someone had found the note, Cam looked outside. She saw their bus. That's it, Cam said. You didn't drop the note in the hall. You dropped it in the bus. Let's go outside before the bus leaves. Chapter 3, it's cold. So I'm going to stop right here. Why are they going on the bus? Oh, you're right. They're going on the bus because they wanted to find the missing permission slip. Cam remembered Eric had it on the bus. When Cam and Eric got outside, the bus driver was driving off. Stop, stop, Cam and Eric shouted. They waved their hands and ran after the bus. The bus stopped. The door opened. Are you in trouble? Mrs. Lane asked. Have you been sent home? No, Cam told her. Are you sick? No. I lost a note. I think I lost it on the bus. Oh, Miss Lane said. I'll help you look for it. Cam and Eric got on the bus. I have a quick question. Why did Miss Lane, the bus driver, ask if Cam and Eric were sick? Well, scholars, if you ride a bus to school, you may not know this. Mrs. Lane asked Cam and Eric if they were sick and they're running after the bus because she thought they wanted to get back on. Usually, students don't run after buses after they get dropped off at school. So I can figure out that Mrs. Lane probably thought that something was wrong and needed to get home. She asked Eric and Cam if they were sick because she thought maybe they needed to go back home. Sam, Eric, and Mrs. Lane looked on the bus seats and under them. They didn't find a note. They thanked Mrs. Lane. They got off the bus. Now what do we do? Eric asked. We go inside, Cam said. It's cold out here. As they walked, Eric said, That's because we're not wearing our jackets. Cam stopped. That's right, she said. We had jackets when we came into school. And I had the note, Eric added. Yes, Cam said. She thought for a moment, then Cam said, Maybe you did put the note in your pocket. Maybe you put it in your jacket pocket. And I know where my jacket is, Eric said, in our classroom. Let's go. I'm going to stop here. I have a question. What is Cam's mental state and why? Hmm. I think Cam's mental state is I think Eric's permission slip is in his jacket pocket. I think Cam is thinking this because in the text, Eric said they had their jackets on. Right after this, Cam said she thought for a moment. In that picture, I see her smiling. I think she's putting clues together and she thinks the note is in Eric's pocket. So we're stopping here. This is the end of chapter 3. I have one more quick question for your scholars. How have Cam and Eric's mental state changed since we started reading today? Hmm. Well, at the beginning of chapter 2, Cam and Eric were thinking about how sad they were that they couldn't find Eric's note. They thought Eric wouldn't be able to go on the field. Now Eric and Cam are thinking they're so happy they figured out the mystery. They're excited because now Cam and Eric can go on the field together. Tomorrow we will finish the story. Thanks for listening.